like 1,200 comments already in. The police are today taking a statement from the mum, and Primark have responded by saying, we are investigating this urgently. We welcome mums to breastfeed in our stores, and we take these claims very, very seriously. As I say, we've had such a huge response to this. Rachel says, I have no words. This is horrific. How dare a security guard touch or remove any child or baby in this manner? No need to intervene at all. Nicola says, how dare someone do such a thing? I'm a new mum to a 7-day-old little girl and I'm breastfeeding. If my baby wants feeding, then no one would stop me. Woe betide anyone who tries. But we've got Betty, who says, I don't see why mums feel the need to whip their boobs out in public, almost challenging others to complain. It can be done discreetly. So there is a balance of response. Jamelia, how do you respond?
I mean, I don't think anyone can deny that this security guard was completely out of order.
Well, absolutely. We just have to say, if it proves to be the case.
Yeah. I mean, completely out of order, definitely not. He should not have touched the baby. But I kind of do agree. I am a huge advocate of breastfeeding. I breastfed both of my daughters up until they were 18 months, but I would do it discreetly. I could feed them anyway, but I would do it discreetly and you wouldn't know. And one of the things that I do disagree with is this kind of breastfeeding vigilantes who do that whole thing of, you know, I don't care and I don't care who feels uncomfortable, and they whip it out. And, you know, to me, I do think that that is quite inconsiderate, purely because there are some people who feel uncomfortable, and that's a fact. We live in a society where, you know, people do not attach breasts to feeding your child. I know that's wrong. Personally, I feel that it should be normalised, but it's a fact that people feel uncomfortable. And one of the reasons I would cover up when breastfeeding my children was because I didn't want other people to feel uncomfortable, and I do think that should be taken into consideration.
Yeah, I mean, did you breastfeed in public? I mean,
I did. I mean, I could breastfeed in restaurants, but as I said, it would all, you know, I'd have like a shawl covering me or whatever. I wouldn't have my boob out, and it wouldn't be because I cared, but you know, because I cared about exposing myself. It would be more, I don't want other people to feel uncomfortable seeing my breast.
It's funny, I mean, you were saying about vigilante breastfeeders. I've never seen that. I have never seen a woman shoving it in my face or shoving it in anyone's face. Most mothers are focused on their, in my experience, I don't know, maybe, are focused on their babies, and, you know, there's a little bubble around them. So I don't get where this, vigilante breastfeeder is coming from.
I've seen, like, you know, like people doing, and I guess I understand the point of doing campaigns. As I said, I do agree with normalising breastfeeding, but you see, you have like breastfeeding groups, and they kind of, you know, that we're all going in and we're whipping our boobs out and we're not hiding anything. And it's not about hiding.
Well, I guess it's because they're
being
trying
discreet.
to change it. I mean, the law is different in Scotland from England. In Scotland, there's an absolute protection in that anyone who tries to prevent someone breastfeeding in public can be prosecuted.
Wow.
And that is really, really clear. So in this instance, if this proves to be the case, then there could be a prosecution. It's much muddier in England because there's kind of general protection underneath the Equalities Act. So it's a different kind of thing. I mean, do you think it should be absolutely clear?
I think it absolutely should be clear, and I do think women have a right to breastfeed their child. If the baby's hungry, you know, you can't go, well, you'll have to wait an hour till I get home. Of course, So they've got to feed them, but like you can do it, you know, discreetly. I mean, I was at a party...
Should you have to do it discreetly?
No, it's not that you should have to do it discreetly. You know, it wouldn't bother me.
It wouldn't bother me at all.
But it might bother my 90-year-old mother-in-law who just didn't grow up where everything was kept discreet. You know what I mean? It's just, like you said, we're meant to be tolerant. You know, we should be tolerant of everybody. We all feel different things at different times. It doesn't make either one of us wrong. So we have to be respected. But I went to a party at the weekend, and a friend of ours had a 3-month-old baby, and she said, oh, he needs feeding. And we were all standing around talking, all the men, because we're all friends, and she started to get her breast out. And very discreet, nobody said anything, no one went, oh my God. But very discreetly, I saw all the men going, oh, I'm just going to the toilet. Because to them, it was, that's my mate's wife getting her breast out. It wasn't, oh, she's feeding the baby. Like women go, oh, how
That's
lovely.
what we would do.
Men go, it's my best mate's wife's breast. But they didn't say anything, and they didn't complain. They just very discreetly went, oh, I need air.
Yeah.
Anyway, mine were useless. If you've any you know, if it's any size of them.
Really? Really?
Absolutely.
Didn't work. Oh my God. You'd had problems with conceiving. You'd
Yes.
done some fertility treatment which hadn't worked.
Yes.
So you get to the point that you decide we're going to use a surrogate.
That was a hard time. That was a hard
Take
point.
us from there
Oh,
then. Go on,
trust
you take
me.
us from there.
Well,